Hello, hello. Good afternoon. Afternoon, Facebook. Good afternoon, IG. Welcome back again. Thank you guys for tuning in. Elaine Proby here, CEO of PROBY'S Tax and Accounting. Hey, Lois McNorton. Thanks for jumping on here. All right, guys. So today, we want to talk about that stimulus check. Again, Elaine Proby, CEO, PROBY'S Tax and Accounting. And, you know, we have been doing taxes, accounting, and financial services here in Los Angeles for over 35 years. And we want to just make sure that you guys stay abreast of all this information that's out there for you so that you guys can take advantage of it and also make sure that you're on the right track to get all of your benefits. So what I want to talk about today is the stimulus check of $1,400 that has started going out as of last weekend. And so this is up from the new bill, that just got passed, this $1,400 stimulus check that's going out. So fortunately for most people, everybody on your tax return, including your adult kids or your dependents, will be getting this $1,400. However, there are some people that may not be getting the $1,400, guys, and I want to talk about what circumstances would create such a situation as to why you would not be getting the $1,400, okay? So there's about 3 points I'm going to hit on today. There's a few other reasons why you would not be getting the $1,400, but I want to talk about 3 specific points today as to why you may not be getting the $1,400. The first one, and this one here is very devastating to a lot of people, and it's the unpaid debt. What happens last year, the government was able to keep your stimulus check away from debt collectors, you know, from any monies you owe to the IRS. All that stuff was, you know, they kept the money away from them. They couldn't take it, except child support, I think, was the only one that was able to get the money last year. So this time they were fine with child support. They were fine with all the government agencies. Nobody will be able to take the $1,400. But unfortunately, debt collectors, people who you may owe a credit card bill to, say a medical bill, and if they have a judgment, if they went to court, guys, and if they file a claim and they got a money judgment on you, they can exercise that judgment anytime. So they could take that judgment, take it to the bank, and the bank is forced to turn your money over to them, right? So this is the thing. If you had a debt collector that's trying to get some money from you, and for any reason, now this is not all of your debt. No, there's a lot of credit card payments and a lot of those companies that may not have filed a lawsuit. There had to be a lawsuit filed, and you either lost it or whatever. They were able to obtain a legal document, which is a money judgment. I have a legal document from the courts. They're able to take this to the bank and get the money. So what's happening is lawmakers are desperately trying to avoid this from happening. So this is not final. They're still working on it. One of the reasons simply is because the people who are low income, of course, who weren't able to pay those bills. I mean, if you weren't able to pay those bills, and they wind up with a money judgment, and now you're getting a few dollars to help your household, and then they're able to get their hands on it. So they're trying to make sure that they get something in place real quickly, as fast as they can, to be able to avoid this from happening, because again, it would be again hurting the people who needs the money the most. Okay, so if you are one of those folks and you have one of these outstanding debt out there with someone, if they have already got a money judgment, unfortunately, there's nothing you can do about it right now. The only thing we can hope for is that the lawmakers are able to change this. They're able to correct something here and keep those folks from, collecting that money from you. Okay, so that's the first one today, guys. Unpaid debt, and it's only from private debt collectors. No government agency is going to take the money. Even the child support is not going to take the money. So it's only the private lenders that have gotten an order from the courts who is able to take your money. Okay, so that is one of the reasons why you may not get your $1,400. It could be diverted to the debt collectors. Number two, the second reason is on-file taxes. So the third stimulus check, which is this $1,400, is going to be based on your 2019 or your 2020 tax return. The stimulus checks 1 and 2 from last year was based in 2018 and or 2019 taxes. Okay, so this third stimulus check is going to be based on your 2019 or 2020. So guys, if you haven't filed either one of these taxes, you may not be getting your $1,400 stimulus check, right? So if you haven't filed 2018 taxes and or you have not filed 2020 taxes, you may not be getting your stimulus check. What you have to do is go on and get those taxes filed. Now, if you are a non-filer, if you're not required to file a tax return, guys, you can go on and do the non-filer taxes. But if you are supposed to file a tax return, make sure that you get the tax return filed on your 2020. If you haven't filed your 2019 and you did not receive the stimulus check 1 and 2 from your 2018 taxes, you will have to file 2020 to claim those stimulus check, which is the 1 and 2. And then they'll use that information to give you your third stimulus check, which is the $1,400. All right, so let me repeat that. 2019 or 2020 will be used for your stimulus check, the $1,400 stimulus check. So you must have one or both of these returns on file to be able to get the third stimulus check number 3, right? So again, with the unfiled taxes, because the government is using either 2019 or 2020, some people may not get as much as they would have depending on which return the government used. So, but let's say you're one of those people who have already filed your 2020 tax return and you have less dependence on 2020 taxes. Guys, if the government uses your 2020 tax return, you will get less of a stimulus check. So again, there's always this file early and make sure that you get your refund. But because of all the uncertainty and because we didn't know when this bill was going to get passed, because we didn't know when the stimulus check was coming out, a lot of people have already filed their taxes. Now, for some people, it's a plus. I have clients who have had new babies in 2020. So for those people who have had new dependents in 2020, it's a plus. These guys will get additional $1,400 for all those dependents that they may not have gotten if they have used 2019. For others, though, if you had dependents in 2019 taxes and you no longer have them on your 2020 tax return, you would not get this $1,400 stimulus check for those dependents. All right. However, though, it's not all lost, because if those dependents are filing age and they can file their own taxes, they can go ahead and file and receive their stimulus check anyway. So just pay attention to that and see if the dependent is an adult dependent now, they can file and get the stimulus check themselves, because you would not get it if they are already off your tax return for 2020. Okay, so on-file taxes will not get you any, if you haven't gotten any of the stimulus check because you haven't filed any tax return, guys, and you are required. You should not be expecting anything until you get those taxes on file. Okay, all right, so that's my second point today. Now let's move on to the third point on why you would not be getting the $1,400 stimulus check. It's the income qualification, guys. There's an income qualification level. Now, one of the things that they wanted to make sure is that the people who needs the money the most are the people who gets the money. So if your income is above board, they do not want this money to go in the hands of people who can afford their living expenses, right? So there's an income qualification that is required. So if you're single, up to $75,000, you will get the full $1,400. Between 75 and 80,000, it begins to fade away. And after 18,000, guys, you get no money. So if you're a single person, over 80,000 and over, there is no stimulus check that you can get because your income does not qualify, right? Now, back to the point I made earlier about using 2019 or 2020 taxes. If you made less money in 2020, right? If you made less money in 2020 than you did in 19, and if your income is lower in 2020, now this is when you want to get your 2020 taxes on file so they could use that income qualification to get you the stimulus check. Because if they use 2019, you wouldn't get it. And then, of course, they won't go backwards and give you that money. Okay, so the income qualification for single is 75 to 80, it phases out. 80,000, you no longer gets it. If you're head of household, okay, with a dependent head of household, it starts phasing out at 112,000, and after 120,000, you no longer gets it. And for married filing joint return, $150,000, it started phasing out, and if you make 160 or more, you will not get the $1,400 stimulus check. Okay, so those are the reasons why you may not be getting stimulus check. Now, I want to point out too, though, the income phase out is based on your adjusted gross income, right? It's not your gross income. If you look at your W-2 and you made, say, $80,000 after you file your taxes, it's based on the adjusted gross income. So, guys, this is what I want you to do. Go to your tax return. Look online, AB, it says adjusted gross income. That's the number that they're going to use, not the number in line 7, not your gross income. It's going to be the adjusted gross income. Okay, so take your tax return, look at that line, says adjusted gross income. See what that number is. That will let you know if you're qualified to get the $1,400. So at least you will know one of the reasons why you may or may not get this $1,400 stimulus check. Okay. So again, those are my 3 points today. I just wanted to cover 3 of those points. There's other reasons why people may not be getting it, about not having correct Social Security numbers and some other reason if you have I-10. But we just want to cover those 3 points today. Again, guys, we're talking about why you would not be getting the $1,400 stimulus check that's now going out. Again, they're starting, everybody that has direct deposit, the money is going in there first. People who have who don't have a bank account on file, those monies will be mailed to you and or maybe sent out on cards. So, just hold tight. If your friend got the money or a family member got the money and your money haven't came in yet, if you did file those taxes, you don't have to worry about anything. And I want to emphasize people who are on any type of government subsidy, they would automatically get the money deposited into their bank account. Okay. All right. So let's recap. Let's recap my 3 points today why you may not be getting your $1,400 stimulus check. Point number 1, unpaid debt. These are private debt collectors, guys. No government agency. No if you owe student loan or no if you owe, back taxes. Just private agency that you may owe for credit cards, medical bill, anything that's private, and only if they have a court order judgment. Okay, they take that to the bank, they can get your money. Second point today, on file taxes. You have to get your taxes on file. They're basing it on 2019 or 2020 tax return. Is the $1,400 stimulus check per person is based on 2019 or 2020 tax return. So you need to get your taxes on file. And then the third one is the income qualification. Okay, if you make over $80,000 as single, $120,000 as head of household, and $160,000 as married filing joint, you're not eligible to get the $1,400 stimulus check. And on that point, it's the adjusted gross income. A lot of people get this a little confused. The adjusted gross income, look at line AB on your tax return at your adjusted gross income. That's the number that you need to look at. Okay. So that's my reason today, guys, for where you may or may not get the $1,400 stimulus check. Right now, again, there's just now going out as of last week. There's millions and millions of these checks that are going out. So if your money have not deposited yet and you have done, all of these things, you don't have any of these issues, you should be getting your stimulus check. All right. So with that said, guys, I wanted to let you guys know that PROBY'S Tax and Accountant is here to assist you in any of your tax filings if you haven't gotten them done yet, or you guys go to your tax preparer, whoever you use, or for those of you who love to do it yourself, you can go online and take care of that. But just make sure that your taxes are in, and make sure the government have information. And if you'd like to give them direct deposit info, you can get your money much faster, right? So hi Naz, how are you doing? Thanks for jumping on. Hi, Miss Jackson. Thanks for jumping on, guys. Thomas Zero, how you doing? So those are my 3 points today. I want you guys to at least check and make sure that you're in order with this. Going forward, if you have a situation with any debt collector, you might want to take care of that separately, because we never know what's going to come down the pike, right? We never know when there might be stimulus check number 4. And if that's the case, we want to make sure that we are in order. All right, so with that said, I think that will take care of it today. If you guys have any questions about this, make sure that you can put your questions. Guys, we are doing these live. Put your questions in the comments below if you have any questions going further, anything financial, anything tax-wise, accounting, new business information, anything that you need to know. We're here to assist you with that. PROBY'S Tax and Accounting here in LA. Our phone number is 323-290-9034. And or you guys can visit our website. We're working virtually. But you can get information to us. We have a secure portal. You can upload all your stuff. Everything is done electronically. Okay. So again, go to our YouTube channel, guys, and subscribe. There's a lot of great information in here for free that we give you guys on a weekly basis. You guys tune in live every Tuesday and Thursday. Turn on your notifications so you know when we come on. This is great information. So share this video with your friends. And again, any further questions, give us a call at PROBY'S Tax and Accounting. With that said, I think I'm going to be out of here. Let's see, what are they telling me? All right, turn on your notification. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We're still in COVID again. Partially, we're getting out of it slowly but surely. So I want you guys to just stay on point, listen to the follow instructions, and we want to get out of COVID this as soon as possible so we can get on the other side of this thing, right? Get back on our feet and get a control of our finances. All right. So Elaine Proby here. I will see you guys next week. I want you guys to take care of yourself and take care of each other. Okay. Thanks for tuning in.